good morning, and welcome to Tuesday Transformation Tidbits, where we're exploring faith, growth, and purpose. And on today, we're so excited that you decided to join with us at 6 a.m. this morning. It is a great day just to stop by to get a tidbit on the second day of the week. On today, we're going to be dealing, and actually in a whole month of February, we're dealing with love beyond limits. We're loving beyond limits in the month of February. And I don't know about you, but I'm excited to hear what the Lord has to say to us each and every Tuesday of this month concerning love. Today's message is really kind of simple, but it's really profound on today. And it's love is not deleted when it's given, but it multiplies. And once again, when we give our love, it's not depleted. We are never running out of love. The love that we have on the inside of us never runs empty. But when we freely give it out, it really multiplies. So we're going to be exploring how love multiplies when it's given and how we can live these principles of love in our everyday life, because it's really about us living day by day and us allowing the love that we have on the inside of us to be shown or to be shared abroad with the people that we actually come in contact with. You, there is just some key questions as we move along this morning that we're really going to be dealing with it. And my first question to you as I move along for you to ponder in your mind is, have you ever hesitated giving out love? Whether it's love, whether it's kindness, whether it's support, have you been fearful of what you're going to receive and return by giving out the whole principle of love? When we talk about love, we're talking about something that grows as we give out. It never remains the same, but the more that we give it, the more that we grow. We're going to, our scripture foundation on this morning is actually coming from Luke, the 6th chapter, and it is coming around the 38th verse, and it talks about give and it will be given to you. It talks about good measure, pressed down, shaking together, and running over, will it be poured in on the inside of you. So when we give love out, if we give, it's going to be given to us, and it's going to be given back to us in a good measure. It's going to be running over when we give it out. But the key of what we have to do is we have to give it out from our heart. So when we talk about love, it's love as a divine investment. Really, when we give out love, it's a divine investment that we're investing in someone else. Love is not a transactional thing, really, but it's a transformational thing. When we talk about love, love is freely. When it grows, it becomes exponentially. It grows by leaps and bounds. It does not remain the same. When we look at love, love is like a seed that we take and we plant. I'm not a good planter. I'm not a good person with real flowers. As a matter of fact, as I said so many times, people who give me plants and flowers, they don't last very long with me. I don't know if that's a sign that I don't have love or I don't talk to plants. I'm not sure. Maybe it's something that I need to grow in, but I'm not good with it. But when love is like planting a seed, when you hoard the seed or when you keep the seeds to you, it remains small. Whatever seeds you do, if you hoard it, it remains small. But when you plant it and you water it and you share it with other people, what happens is it multiplies into a harvest. And what we're looking at today is that we're looking at a harvest of love that we want to give to everyone. When anyone looks at us, what they want to see is a harvest of love that's planted in our word, love that's planted in our face, love that's planted in our character. So there's some practical ways to multiply your love that we're actually going to be talking about today. And the first one is love with your words. And that one is so important because when we begin to think about the words that proceed out of our mouth, one thing about words, once we put our words into the atmosphere, it is very difficult, if it can be done, to take the words back. Because once it's put out there, you cannot take the reaction of your words back from the hearers of the words. So we want to be careful with our words, and we want to learn how to love with our words. And when we're talking about loving with our words, we're talking about words of encouragement. We want to speak life and encourage others around us. We want to speak encouragement over other people as well as in their situation. If anyone chooses to share their situations, the things that they're actually going through in life, the words that we speak out of our mouth, we want our words to be seasoned words. So we're not killing someone, but we're allowing the people to live with our words. How many of you knows that our words can affirm other people from the things that we say about it? When we look into the Bible, I think it's Proverbs, the 18th chapter, it talks about death and life are in the power of the tongue. The tongue that we have in our mouth is where our words begin to roll off of it. So if death and life is in the power of the tongue, we've got to be careful of what we speak. We have to be careful of the words that proceed out of our mouth. We want to multiply loving the person that's going to be the hearer of the word and not killing that word. We got to speak love into someone's life on today. And that's one of the ways that I want you to take this practical way of multiplying the love and speak love into someone's life again. You never know the ripple effect that your words of speaking love to will have on the hearer on today. So one of my first challenge in the practical ways of multiplying love is I want you to speak love into someone's life on today. I believe that I challenged you last week also about speaking love to someone. So I'm coming back this week and I'm challenging you again. Speak love into someone's life on today. Love with your words, words of encouragement that's going to come out of your way. The second principle, or the second way that we can multiply love, after we speak love with our words, we can love with our action. Sometimes the words can seem empty to other people, and people actually look at the action of what the words come out of your mouth. Will your words and your actions line up is what people actually see and what people actually hear. So when we look at the love, we have to love with our action. It's something that says, I may not always remember what you do, but I do remember the words that speak out of your mouth. Or I might be saying it the opposite way around. But we want to love with our actions. We want to serve with a giving heart without expecting something in return. So you see, love gives out, and it's not necessarily expecting you to love again, but because you're loving with a pure heart and your actions are showing love, love will multiply. When we talk about love with actions, it's small acts of kindness that we're actually talking about. How about helping your neighbor? How about mentoring somebody? How about supporting a friend? All of these are actions of love that we show one to another. How about just having a listening ear, not speaking when someone comes to talk to you, but be apt to listen to what they have to say, not sharing your opinion, but just being there, showing love with your actions by being actively participating in whatever it is that they're saying. Love with your actions. Galatians 6:9 picks it up and said, let us not grow weary in doing good, for there is a due season that we shall reap a harvest. Once again, when we're planting a seed, and if we water it, if we do the things that's necessary for that seed to grow, harvest time will come. So we can't become weary because we're showing love in our actions, and we may not receive the same actions back in return. But what we have to do is keep showing love, because there is a season that's going to come that you're going to reap everything that you have planted. So we got love our words. That's one practical way of multiplying love. Then we got love in our actions and what the things that we do. The next way that we can do it is love through forgiveness. And I want to take a Selah moment for a minute. And love that is there. As people, we have difficult time with the word forgiveness. There's something about that word that makes us pull back, that makes us say, listen, I'm not going to offer forgiveness to someone if I have been wounded. But when we're talking about love through forgiveness, we're talking about being intentional, about kindness, being intentional about giving out what needs to belong of love to someone else. Even in difficult situations, we want to be intentional about our kindness. Kindness is showing act of concern to someone else. Kindness is going the actual mile. Kindness is giving of yourself, even in difficult situations, letting go of things that has caused my peace not to be there, letting go of things that has imprisoned me and not allow my freedom to be there. But we want to love through forgiveness, letting go multiple peace and freedom so that we can have freedom, so that we can have peace, so that we can follow peace with everyone that comes into our atmosphere. The Bible talks about as much as we can follow peace, because the Bible also understood that there would be times that peace was not going to be able to be had with someone. But as much as you can, you go the extra mile. You show your kindness to one another. You show aptitude to forgive whoever has wounded you. And don't get it twisted, and I don't want to get it twisted. It is not an easy thing to do, but it is something that can be done. So forgiveness is something that we can offer to the next person. Forgiveness really opens up a way for us. Sometimes someone may not come back to you to ask for forgiveness, but it doesn't mean that you don't offer forgiveness unto them. We can't hold on to bitterness, because when we hold on to bitterness, what it does, it drains us. But forgiveness releases blessings to us. And why do I say that? Because when we're apt to forgive and we're intentional about forgiveness, what we do is we open up an avenue for ourselves. We open up a portal for ourselves. It's not necessarily about the other person, but it's about you. Can I offer forgiveness as Christ has offered for forgiveness for me? On today, we want you to offer forgiveness to you. If you forgive others, the Bible talks about your Father will give forgiveness unto you. Give us this day, the Lord says, our daily bread, and help us to forgive others who has trespassed against us, even as God has forgiven us. Forgiveness. What do you need to release on today in your life? Show love through your forgiveness. Show love through your actions. Show love through the words that you speak out of your mouth. I want us to understand that love isn't just emotional, but it's an action that we demonstrate through our resources. And when I talk about resources, the first thing that pops in everyone's mind when we think about resources is money. But love isn't just an emotion. Love is an action. Remember, I said love is an action. It is something that we demonstrate. It's something that we do. So we have to demonstrate it through our resources. And what are our resources? Our resources is our talent. Our resources is our treasure. And our resources is our time. Why? Because individually, that all belongs to us. When I'm talking about resources of treasure, I'm talking about giving generosity to someone else. Not just money, as I said, but resource, helping, supporting, being that listening ear to someone, calling someone and say, hey, I was just thinking about you on today, and I just want to show you some love. Hey, sis, I love you to life. Hey, sis, what can I do for you today that I can show you how much I appreciate who you are? How about dropping a card in the mail just because? Dropping a text just because. Love is giving of our treasures. And then love is also giving of our talent. Your God-given skill that God has given you is meant to uplift someone else. So rather you're giving it through your talent of singing, rather you're giving it through your talent of leadership, rather you're giving it through your talent of teaching, or rather you're giving it through your talent of craftsmanship. Whatever the talent that God has given you, do, use it to pour love into other people. Use it to help build up someone else. Use it to encourage someone else. Use it to give kindness to someone love. Love through your talent. Love through your time. And your time is something that is so precious. It is a precious commodity to all of us. So when you're showing love through your time, you're investing time in relationship. You're investing times in mentoring. You're investing time in community service that you do. Love is spelled T-I-M-E, time. Quality time with your family, quality time with your friends, quality time when you're time at work and you're taking 5 minutes to listen to what someone it is. Quality time when you walk into the atmosphere of your job and love will show, hey, good morning, how are you? I am glad to see you on today. You don't know what that act of kindness and love has done to someone on that day. Someone may not even have heard the word good morning on today, but because of the love of God that dwells on the inside of you, it will allow you to walk into a place and show love. On today, I want you to take the opportunity and show love. Show love with your treasures on today. Show love with your time on today. Show love with your talent on today. Let your words be spoken with love of encouragement to the hearer on today. Let your actions be actions of love that you render kindness to someone on today. And let your love be an act of forgiveness on today. Someone may have harmed you. Someone may have done you wrong. Someone may speak to you ill on today. But I challenge you on today to show an act of forgiveness. Be intentional in what you do. Be intentional in how you speak on today. So my Tuesday transformation tidbit to you in this month of love is love never gets lost. It is never depleted. Every act of love is planting a seed for a future blessing. You've got to understand that love is about planting seeds. And when you plant seeds and add the actual water, add the words of encouragement, they say if you speak to plants, if you speak to flowers or whatever, you're speaking life over the flowers. Once again, I don't have that gifting. So I'm not sure of that, but I do have the gifting of love. So love is about planting something. It's not always looking for something in return, but watch it grow because love will multiply. My challenge for you on today, as we close on today, is my challenge for the week for you. And my challenge for today is on you. Be intentional of the way that you give out love. Love through your words, love through your actions, love through your forgiveness. Be generous in giving love, generous of giving love through your talent, through your time, through your treasure on today. I want you to know who's listening on today that I love you to life. Be amazing on today. And don't forget the challenge. Be generosity. Show some generosity in your love. Be intentional. Reach out to someone and just say, sis, bruh, I love you on today. And there's nothing that you can do about it. Be amazing on today. I love you to life.